We've intercepted couriers.
The Stormcloaks are finding
The
victory across
Empire's
the
putting
land.
a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Bulgariff a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, may still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. The people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not
The
one?
Stormcloaks are finding victory across the
I
land.
fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children, whose names I heard whispered on dying breaths. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country filled with strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
See, I have much that requires my attention. If you're inclined to gab, there's some nice prison guards you might like to meet. A fair point. Well, you've come to the right place then. Speak with Galmar. I'm always looking for able fighters. Not everyone can say they made it out of Helgen. Seems we're all branded villains these days. So long as your criminal past stays in the past, and you fight for me with honor and integrity, we'll welcome you into our ranks. Speak to Galmar. He'll size you up and see where we can best use your talents. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim's silver makes them fierce. But rest assured, we will win the Reach and wrest it from their greedy paws. Not entirely true, though not entirely false either. Any Nord can learn the way of the voice by studying with the Greybeards. Given enough ambition and dedication, my shouting Torrig to the ground proved he had neither. However, it was my sword piercing his heart that killed him. We are fighting because we're done bleeding for an empire that won't bleed for us. Untold numbers of Nords died defending the Empire from the Dominion. And for what? Skyrim being sold to the Thalmor so the Emperor could keep his throne? We're fighting because our own Jarls, once strong, wise men, have become fearful and blind to their own people's suffering. We're fighting because Skyrim needs heroes, and there's no one else but us. I killed Torrig to prove our wretched condition. How is the High King supposed to be the defender of Skyrim if he can't even defend himself? I challenged him in the traditional way and he accepted. There were many witnesses. No murder was committed. True, he didn't stand a chance against me. But that was precisely the point. He was a puppet king of the Empire, not a High King of Skyrim. His father before him perhaps, but not Torrig. He was too privileged and too foolish, much more interested in entertaining his queen than in ruling his country. There hasn't been a true High King in Skyrim for generations. For too long, he has been handpicked by the Empire, and given emphatic nods by milk-drinking Jarls, addicted to Imperial coin. It's time we had a real ruler, one of our own making. My father, the Great Bear of Eastmarch, died during my imprisonment after the Markarth incident. I, his only daughter, forced to deliver his eulogy via a letter I had smuggled out of prison. Such is the love of Titus Mead for his subjects. When finally set free, I returned to Windhelm and was greeted by a city in mourning, at one with my own grief and anger. Clamoring in angry voices, calling out for justice or war, they sat me on the throne. The throne of Isgamor, the throne of my father. I only hope I can prove worthy of that honor. Talos watch over you.